Zen hustler, hustle and flow and biz and life, day and night, I always do.
Hey, everybody. Okay, this looks like it's going to tip over. So what I wanted to talk to you about with setting your new moon intentions. So what I tend to do is I allocate maybe, at least an hour, right? So what I do is set the pace, or I set the mood, I should say. So what I basically do is I set aside some time to really get into the way I want to feel, right? So this isn't about just some, okay, this is what I want off the top of your head kind of a thing. This is about intention setting, or goals with soul, goals with feeling. So it's about really getting into the heart of why you want it, right? So I know this sounds really simplistic, but it's not about just the checklist and going, okay, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want that. It's really beyond that. So what I tend to do is stop, firstly. Get out of my head, get into my heart, and I really set the scene up. So, I do things like I'll light a candle, I'll get some essential oils, I'll pull my favorite crystals out. What else do I do? I did say incense. I don't know if I said incense, and it just depends on how I'm feeling at the time. Sometimes I'll use rose, sometimes sandalwood. Sometimes just that, I don't even know the name of the blue one, no, champa or whatever it's called. And I find that it really sets the scene for me. So it's kind of become quite instinctual, quite natural for me to just do all this. And it kind of gets me into that process, gets me into that flow. And so then I'll actually probably meditate. And when I say meditate, I really just kind of take a few deep breaths. I take that back. I center myself at that point. So then what I do is I put some really uplifting music on, and I think they're called binaural beats or binaural beats, however you want to pronounce it. I listen to that and just really kind of uplift my mood, get into that high vibe state of where I want to be. And at that point I write down all my intentions. And I keep it really simple. I keep it really simple to 5 to 10, because you don't want to overcomplicate things. And they're a mix of tangible as well as feelings. But I guess at the end of the day, what I find, you can do both, but what I find really works for me is I tend to do like 5 goals, and then I marry that up with the way I want to feel when I achieve each goal. Right? So ends up being 10, but it's 5 tangible, 5 kind of feelings. And they're all overlapping. So for example, this month I've got a money goal. I've got a physical goal. So like I want to be able to walk daily or jog daily. I want to build up to sort of 5 kilometers a day. Nowhere near that now, but that's my goal. What else have I got? I go through every month. I've got like a this is part of my Lunar Hustle playbook, which you get in my Lunar Business Success Circle, which is free for this month only. I'll put the link in later on. So basically, yeah, so I go through, and I lost my train of thought there. But anyway, what I was saying was I write 5 tangible, 5 feeling goals, and they're all linked back to the tangible anyway, because it's how I want to feel. That's where I remember where I was going with this. I was going to tell you about what my goals were. So I've got my dollar goal, I've got my fitness goal, I've got my, I want to wake up at 5 every day, because I love waking up at 5 every day. But I haven't been able to lately. I've really been struggling with it. So go back to that. Some house goals, and once again, just some money, pay my bills with love, before they're due. And then I've got tied into that the kind of feel goals. So, I serve and receive, and, every day is fun and exciting, and I feel free, because one of my top values is freedom. I show up daily to reach my goals and, fulfill my purpose, and You know, I'm a great speaker and writer, teacher and leader. So, and then I've got, I'll get to it a little bit further, but then I've got, see my messy writing. I write some bold point, like affirmations, if you like. And how I get those is, so after I've written down, so, okay, let's slow down a bit because I've got a bit ahead of myself there. So step 1 is to set the scene, set the mood. Step 2 is to center and ground yourself. Step 3 is to write down what you want to achieve and what you want to feel. Okay? So once you've done that, then you're going to go in, actually meditate. So I tend to just find just any random ones on the internet of guided moon meditations, but you can really do it yourself. It's so simple. It's a matter of centering and grounding yourself as you would, you know, breathing in, focusing on your breathing, bringing white light down, grounding yourself, feeling into what it is that you want to actually achieve, right? So let's say your goal is to earn $5,000 a month, right? What would that feel like? Step into that. What would it feel like to have that money? What does that money bring you, give you? What does it do for you on a big level? You know, does it give you more freedom so that you don't have to work in a full-time job? Does it allow you to travel more? What does it allow you to do? How does it make you feel? So for me, everything goes back to freedom. Whatever I choose to do, the underlying value is freedom. So tap into whatever it is that you feel it is for you. And so working through your intentions, feel into those. So really ground yourself into that feeling, right? So it's not about just a mental thing anymore. This is going within here. You're marrying up the two. You're pulling the two together. If you're there, say hello. I can see there's a couple of people, but I don't know who's on. So basically, when you're writing your intentions, it's not just head space, it's heart space, it's aligning everything together, right? And that's the thing, when we go to set goals, sometimes it's too far over either side. Oh, hey, Layla. Love you. We set goals or we set intentions and we're too far over either side. So we're so far in our headspace that we're just busy on the action. And we're not feeling into the reasons why we've set these goals. And then the flip side is we're so heart-based and heart-centered. Love you, Layla. We're so heart-based and heart-centered that we're not taking the action we need to take. So, you know, Zen hustling is all about bringing the two together, combining the two together and aligning, right? So feeling into both sides, because you need the masculine and the feminine. You know, masculine energy's got a really bad rap lately, and it's quite defined. It's quite a beautiful thing because we need both. The masculine gives us the push and the drive and the energy, and the feminine allows us to be and slow down and go more into ease and flow. So yeah, once you've felt into that, then what I want you to do is, or what I do, I should say, is I look at, like, I call it my snapshot energy forecast. Now, this is pretty messy, so I'm not going to show you my one. But what I basically do is, for every phase, I wish I had a blank one. But for every phase, you can see we've got new, waxing, full, waning, and dark. And what you're going to do is you're going to pick out just some of your favorite cards, and you're going to just see whatever's aligned for you. So this isn't about a reading. This isn't about like a tarot card thing or anything like that. This really merely, I use it as prompts, right? So I pull out my cards and I say, okay, what do I need to be aware of at this new moon? Pull out whatever card I need to pull out, take the message from it, take the affirmation from it. And that's where I was telling you, I kind of write down the bottom there, just some bold point affirmations. They're basically taken from my energy snapshot for the month. And then I go through each kind of new, waxing, full, waning, and dark. And I write little notes for myself so that when I'm going through each phase, I know sort of what to be aware of, what I need to keep an eye out for. And if you're there, say hello, because I don't know who's there. I can see a number on, but I don't know who it is. So say hello. Okay, where was I? Yeah, okay, so it gives me like a snapshot of where I'm at any given time. Okay, so I can refer back to this and say, okay, I need to be mindful of this. I need to be aware of this, something I need to focus my attention on this. And so at every phase, because you know there's 8 phases of the moon, at every phase I go back and go, that's right, I need to focus on this again. So I realign, recenter, reground myself, right? And so then at every point of every phase of the moon, I basically check into my intentions. What intention did I set for the month? And I check back in at each point, right? So it's a really beautiful way of grounding and centering yourself and going back to what you originally set yourself up for the month, right? And so every phase I go in, probably daily even, I try and feel, if I'm having a great month, I'm feeling into my goals every day. If I'm kind of being just average, I'm feeling into them at every phase, right? But I find the more powerful months that I have when I feel into them every day. Now, I also set up a crystal grid, right? So I don't know too much about grids. The one I've got on at the moment is just an infinity one. I change it, and I don't necessarily change it at every new moon, but I kind of change it when I feel the time is right or when the wish has come true. Or no, I'm not going to say wish, intention has come true. And I'm just trying to think of what else there is, because this is very much off the cuff, guys. I'm kind of just talking you through what I actually do without getting too technical about it. I think I've pretty much covered everything. But what I do want to tell you is, if you want more of this stuff and you want to, I guess, align the physical, kind of the mental with the heart space, and work more in line with the lunar cycle, so everything's more filled with more ease and flow, because it's really how I hustle and flow, to be honest, because there's the yin and yang phases of each moon cycle. And so the yang's obviously when you go out and you do shit and you hustle and you make shit happen, and the yin phase is when you're kind of more feeling into it and checking in, and there's all these different checkpoints, right, with the 8 phases. So if you want to know more about that and you want support and guidance along the way, I'm actually offering, sure I have, but like I said, if you've got any questions, feel free to reach out, and I will pop the link in below. Yeah, thanks for sticking around, and I will no doubt talk to you very, very soon. Love you to the moon and back. Peace out.
Zen hustler, hustle and flow and biz in life, day and night. I always do this right. I'm staying on the grind, crazy ambitious fight, being tough yet filled with love. Got my goal in sight, hustling while still being the flow. What's up? Like a spiritual gangster, I aim for my freedom. I bleed it, I live it, no labels. This ain't it. I painted a picture and hang it. I own it. It's my reality. Zen hustler spirit. I feel free. That's right.